So if you guys are anything like I was, you've probably wanted to start a business for a couple of years now. You've done a bunch of research, you've watched a bunch of videos on best business idea, best side hustle, best this, best that, and yet you never found really much success in starting those businesses. Today I want to explain one simple concept that really helped me kind of shift my mindset when it came to business, entrepreneurship. And honestly, once I fully embraced this one concept, I realized that it's impossible for me to fail in entrepreneurship. Like whatever business I decide to start, if I keep this concept in mind, I will never fail and I will succeed. And it's honestly only once I really started to take in this concept that I started to see success in my businesses. I've, for the past year or two, always like watching different videos. I've tried a bunch of crap. Tried them, super excited for like a week or two, would work on them nonstop, and then afterwards I'd be like, maybe this is not for me, it doesn't really work. So yeah, I would always kind of repeat this cycle of wanting to start a new business idea and then failing, and then watching more videos, find a new business idea, try it, and then fail again. And I did that for like a year or two. I watched some video or I read it in some book. Like I really don't remember where I got this concept from. This concept will honestly help you succeed in any business. Now, if you don't have 5 minutes to just watch through this video and fully understand this concept and embrace it as well, because you can understand it, but if you don't actually really take it in and align your actions accordingly to this concept, you will not succeed anyways. You will keep failing like you normally do, and you will never find any success. So just give me 5 minutes to explain to you what this concept is and how to fully embrace it so that you will succeed in business. So this concept is pretty simple. All it is you have to start thinking in more of a long-term gameplay. Super simple. Imagine you're learning a new language. And rather than giving yourself a week to learn a language, you give yourself a year. So for 1 hour every day for a year, you try to learn that language. Do you honestly believe that within a year, within the end of that year, you wouldn't have a good base knowledge of that new language? Now your answer obviously should be yes. Like if for a whole ass year I spend an hour a day learning this new language, obviously at the end of the year I will be successful and I will learn that language. You can do this with an instrument, you can do this with a random skill. Like it's the same for everything, especially in business. So this is the concept. Find a business idea and stick to it for a long ass time. Don't give up. If you never give up, you will never fail. I know it's easier said than done, but it's true. Look, I'm sure that 90% of you guys are doing exactly what I was doing a year or 2 years ago, which is spend a week on a business. It doesn't work out. Let's try something new. And just repeating that cycle nonstop. But for once, trust me with this, give yourself a year, okay? Find a business idea and tell yourself for a year, I will not give up. If after a year it doesn't work out, then you can switch to something else. But I'm telling you, if you give yourself a year, you will succeed. Unless you're super bad and you're purposely trying to not succeed, you will find some level of success. I can guarantee you that. Imagine you do social media marketing, okay? The amount of people that try to do it and they fail. But what if you gave yourself a year and every day for a year, you made 100 cold calls? Do you honestly believe that within a year, you wouldn't have a couple of clients? Yeah, you might suck for the first 3-4 months. It's normal. It's like with any skill, you'll be fucking trash at the start. Give it a couple of months and you will succeed. Like you'll get better and you'll start finding success in whatever business idea that you try to start. You know, it's like me with this YouTube thing. What if I post one video every day for 5 years? Do you honestly believe I wouldn't have some level of success after 5 years? Like, obviously I will. Okay, now maybe it might be 1 million subscribers, might be 100,000, it might be 500, that we don't know. But if I give myself 5 years of posting once every day, I will find some level of success. And it's the same thing with you guys. Tomorrow I'm going to post some video on how to find your business idea. Once you find it, give yourself the promise that I will work on this business idea for a year. I will spend a couple of hours every day for 1 year working on this business, and I'm telling you guys, you will find success. And the stupid cycle of trying to find a new business idea and watching these stupid YouTube videos every time, that won't happen anymore. So yeah, that's how to never fail in business. And another thing is, I personally believe that I've never failed in my life. I know that can sound a bit like arrogant or cocky or whatever, but you have to see failure as stepping stones towards your final destination. If I spend a whole year making these videos and I get no views, I get absolutely nothing, most people will see that as a failure. They'll be like, look, this guy tried for a whole year and he got no attention, he got nothing in return. But that's not true. That means that if I spend a year and I get no success whatsoever, that means that I know what doesn't work. I'll be well versed in what doesn't work, and I'll be able to try different strategies and do different types of videos, and eventually I'll find success. So whenever you fail, it's just a learning experience, and the next time you do it, you'll avoid that failure and you'll be closer to your final goal, your destination. So yeah, that's gonna be all for today's video. Don't be lazy, get to work, find a business idea, stick with it for a year, and tell yourself, if I do this for a couple of hours every day for a year, it is physically impossible for me to not see some level of success. Okay, because it's true. It's honestly true. You have to stop thinking short term and start thinking long term, and you will find success.